Hello everyone, how are you? In the previous videos we talked about how to create a new user in the domain controller and join the computer in the domain controller, and after that we implement or we control the user and implement some of the GPO group policy management or group policy object on the user. And also we talk about how to distribute the IP address from DHCP. We convert our server to the DHCP server or dynamic host configuration protocol, and we distribute the IP address from the server to the client. In this lecture or in this video, we will talk about how to create a shared folder, how to convert our server to the shared folder. I want to create a folder in the desktop, for example, or in the C or whatever, and then from the client, I want to access this folder. For example, the user Ahmed92 access this folder, and I give him the permission. We have two types of permissions. We talked about that in the previous. The NTFS permission, this permission or this type of permission, those types of permission implement on the local user, and also we have shared permission. Those permission will implement to the users those come from the network. Now just go to the desktop, for example, and I want to create a new folder. This folder, I can name this folder Jihan, for example, and then right click properties and go to the sharing, advanced sharing, and just share this folder. Now this folder is shareable. Now I want to implement the sharing permission or shared permission. Just click here, permission. Now for everyone, I want just to make a permission or give a permission to the Ahmed. So just type Ahmed 92 and check name and OK. Now I want to give Ahmed the permission just to read, or for example change also. That mean can read, that mean just can read the file, just open the folder, and change, that mean can open the folder and create a new folder and delete and so on. Now apply and OK. Apply, OK. Also in the security, go to the security, that means NTFS permission, edit, and I want to add Ahmed here, 92, and then check name, OK. Here I want to get the Ahmed, also just read and execute and list and read, for example, without write, without modify. Now in the NTFS permission or in the security, we apply just read and list the folder or just read. That means in this according or depend on this permissions, Ahmed cannot create a new folder or delete a folder. But in the shared permission, Ahmed have a change permission. That means Ahmed can modify. That means Ahmed can create a new folder. But the most restrictive one will implement. That means the read will implement that if I have read in the NTFS and write in the shared, the read will implement because it is most or more restrictive. So now just OK, apply and OK. Now go to the Ahmed or to go to the client. Also we talk, if you want to access this folder from the client, just go to my computer and map or network, just go here in my computer, and I want to create a drive like C, but I want to map a drive from the network or access the drive from the network. Just go to the map network drive, and here just double slash backslash and the lab.com, my domain. After that, the name of the folder, the name of the shared folder, my folder called Jihan. So just like this and finish. Now there is a problem. I will check what's the problem here. Jihan and go to the server. Maybe I have another folder in the same name. If you have another folder in the server in the same name, it will be not work. Now I will check. Go to in the share, for example, I don't have in the shares. Also I don't have like this. So what's the problem? IMG I don't have. So there is no problem. I will try again. Jihan lab.com, Jihan, finish. Maybe I have a problem with DNS server. I want to check the DNS IP config. Oh, I don't have a IP address from the server. So just open again. I want to see or to check what's the problem with the server here in the DSCP, because the DSCP not distribute an IP address to this client. I don't know why. Just go to the tools and DSCP. No problem here. So I just want to add or renew the IP address. Also network adapter here, you should check it. Maybe I have problem here. So just right click and setting. Check the problem here. Network. So it is not. Now I want to be host only because I want to private. So okay. For that we cannot access the or get the IP address because not in the same network. Also go to the client setting. See the client host only, but the server not. Should be the same. This host only and this host only. After that, I am sure will be the problem will be solved. Now renew again and try. Now yes, get the IP address from the server. Now I want to again. Now I access the folder. You can see here in the client. I am in the client. Now I access the folder. In the folder I can read, but I cannot write. So just click here, properties or a new folder. I cannot. If I want to add this permission, again go to the server. I want to give him a permission in the security also, because in the sharing you can see in the shared permission I have the permission. I give him the permission to change, but in the security, okay, in the security I don't give him the permission. So just go to the Ahmed again, sorry, edit and then Ahmed, and just give him the permission to modify. That means can also create a new folder and delete. Okay, now if you try again, now I can add a new folder, create a new folder, change the name or do everything. This is the shared folder. I can create a folder, get a permission. If you have a problem like this, if you face like this a problem, cannot access the folder, that means there is a problem with the DNS. There is no DNS in your computer and no IP address. The first thing you can check, renew the IP address and check the DSCP server on your computer, or add the IP address manually, or also you should check this here, setting, and the network adapter should be host only for both client and server. Also now if I want to get a quota to the user, now you can see Ahmed have a permission to access all the size 60 gigabyte. I want Ahmed just to access or just to see 100 megabyte for example. If you want to do something like this, you should just install in the server, install the FSRM, go to the server manager. I want to install it before because I don't install it here. So just add rules and feature and then next again. Now from here, file and sharing, file and storage services, click here and file server resource manager FSRM, click on it, add feature, next and install. Just waiting for maybe a minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Now complete, just to close. And now you can see here tools and file server resource manager, just to click on it here from tools. And now I want to make a quota or just determine some quota to the user. Instead of using the user can see 60 gigabyte for example, I just make him able to access just for example 100 megabyte or something like this. So just go to the quota management, click on it, right click again, right click and create quota. Now I create a quota on which one, just from here browse, and you can choose the file or the folder that you want to make a quota on it, and then open and the file, my folder in the desktop, and the name of the file Jihan, just okay. Now for example you can check from here 100 200 megabyte, just make it 100 megabyte. And also you can define the custom, you can return to the previous video we talk about that. And now create a quota just like this. Now go to the folder, go to the client and go to the file again. Now you can see here 60 gigabyte. Just make a refresh here. Now just 99.9 megabyte, that means 100 megabyte. Also, if I want to prevent user to add a specific type of files, for example, I want to prevent user to add the videos file or image file, for example, JPG or text file or whatever. Just also go to the same thing in the server and go to the now file screening management. Double click on it and then file screen. Right click, create file screen. And in which file? Of course, my file in the desktop and Jihan again. Okay, again. Now from here you can add the file, block the executable, block the image file, block the email file, for example, and you can block any type you want. I hope it is useful. Thank you very much.